westernmost country of the African continent, Senegal, has over 600 kilometers of fine beaches, a comfortable climate and high-quality hotels. 6 hours of flight from Europe and America, Senegal is the country of Teranga, which means that hospitality and kindness are the rules of life. Its young population, composed of various ethnic groups, is in full growth.
Je suis venu au Sénégal parce que c'est un pays dont on parle beaucoup en France.
I have come to Senegal because it has an excellent reputation and a strong historical and cultural bond to France.
Et donc je suis venu parce qu'il y a
It is really a marvelous country and the people here are very friendly.
culturel aussi. Et donc je ne suis pas déçu, c'est vraiment un pays merveilleux et les gens sont très chaleureux.
Senegal, one of the sunniest countries in the world, has 2 seasons. A dry season from October to June, with temperatures varying from 22 to 30 degrees Celsius. A rainy season from July to October, characterized by heavy rains. 4 important rivers flow across Senegal and have their source in the Fouta Djallon Mountains in Guinea. The river Senegal in the north and east, the river Casamance in the south, and the rivers Gambia and Saloum in the center. The trade winds from the anticyclone of the Azores bring a nice breeze to Senegal's coastal areas. With 700 kilometers of coastline, the visitor may practice a variety of water sports and activities. The seasonal currents, cold during the dry season and warm in the rainy season, favor an abundant and diversified fauna with more than 50 species to the enjoyment of both professional and amateur sport fishermen. In the interior, the landscape attracts both hunters and cross-country racing enthusiasts. Senegal is composed of 11 administrative areas, with Dakar as the capital city where 1/3 of the country's 9 million inhabitants live. Overlooking the Atlantic Ocean, Dakar, Senegal's political and economical capital, is an important business center with numerous modern buildings, which contrast with the colonial-style architecture from the city's past.
Les gens ici sont très accueillants.
The people here are very warm and welcoming, and I'm very pleased with my stay here.
Là, ça confirme justement ce qu'on m'avait déjà dit.
Outside Dakar, Gorée Island and Lake Retba attract many visitors. A quarter of an hour with ferry brings you to the beautiful Gorée Island, where the facades with ochre rough casts rival the blooming bougainvillea in color. Gorée is a quiet place where the silence is only broken by birdsong and a gentle breeze.
Je suis en vacances, j'avais beaucoup
I'm on
besoin de
vacation
repos.
and I'm in need of some rest, which I've found here on Gorée.
C'était merveilleux de passer une semaine
It's
ici.
a marvelous place.
C'est vrai que Gorée est un endroit.
Gorée is an exceptional place. It's quiet, without vehicles, and we from the French countryside really like it here. During 3 centuries, a large number of Africans were reduced to slavery and taken to the Americas by boat from Gorée Island. The infamous House of Slaves, one of the most visited museums in Africa, is a haunting memorial of the slave trade. Several other interesting sites can also be visited on the island. The Historical Museum, the Women's Museum, and the Oceanographic Museum. Lake Retba, better known as the Pink Lake, owes its popularity to its color, changing from pink to purple depending on the intensity of the sun. From the encampments surrounding the lake, the visitor may enjoy the breathtaking sunset. Night and day, there is an intense activity of salt extraction from the lake.
C'est la première fois qu'on vient en Afrique, on a décidé de voir le Sénégal.
We've chosen Senegal for a first visit to Africa. We've already seen many towns and tourist places, and we find it very beautiful and exotic.
Dépaysent beaucoup. On est très impressionné par la persistance des villages typiques.
We are very impressed by the persistence of the typical villages, the welcoming nature of the people, and the baobab trees. The development of arts and culture in Senegal was highly encouraged by Senegal's first president, Léopold Sédar Senghor. The first World Festival of Negro Arts was held in Senegal's capital city, Dakar. Originally, African art was a functional, symbolic and collective art. In Senegal, art is found everywhere, in the streets, in the shops, in the signs, and in the everyday objects finely decorated such as the calabash. The music, the traditional dances and the traditional wrestling, varying between the ethnic groups, are also part of the daily life. Among African cuisines, the Senegalese is the most influenced by foreign cuisine. Therefore, our visitor will experience a variety of flavors and tastes. Each region of Senegal has its peculiarity. In the north of Senegal, in the region of Saint-Louis, the capital of the same name was founded in 1659 on an island of strategic importance near the mouth of the river Senegal. In this region, the river is at the center of both human activities and animal and plant life. 60 kilometers north of Saint-Louis, in the meanders of River Senegal, the National Park of Djoudj offers a variety of wetland sceneries, canals and sandy walls, where more than 3 million birds of 300 species are frequently in transit. From the north to the south of the country, the visitor of the Senegalese parks and natural reserves, the Fellow Reserve, the archipelago of the Madeleine Islands, the Popengini Reserve, the Sin and Saloum Deltas, and the Nyokolo-Koba Park, will discover a variety of landscapes and wild animals which form a complete representation of the different West African ecosystems. In the valley, the vast rice and sugar plantations stretch out into the horizon. In the area of the delta, you also find the National Park of Langue de Barbarie. A 100-meter wide stretch of land, caught between the Atlantic Ocean and the river, serves as a refuge to numerous avian species, including egrets, pink flamingos, pelicans, and herons. In the northern part of the center-west, the scenery is marked by a series of baobab forests, kapok trees and mahogany trees. In the south, towards the Gambian border, you can see mangroves with hundreds of little islands under an azure blue sky dotted by thousands of birds. The Petit Côte. Stretching out as far as 70 kilometers south of Dakar, this coastline is characterized by a series of beaches interrupted with picturesque fishermen villages. The Saloum Islands. The Saloum Delta, which is located south of the Petite Côte, is one of the most beautiful sites in Senegal. It is an area composed of mangroves, lagoons, forests and sandbanks crossed by the Sine and Saloum rivers. The delta where the Sine and Saloum rivers meet is a maze of islands, bolongs edged with mangroves which roots are full of delicious oysters. At sunset, the islands serve as shelter for thousands of birds. The fishermen villages on the coast are also well appreciated tourist sites. Visits to the islands are organized in pirogues throughout the year. The southeastern part of Senegal is characterized by a varied landscape of hills, plains and low plateaus covered with bushes and baobab trees. In this region, the Basari ethnic group has kept its traditional style of life, and its initiation rites is a spectacular attraction for the visitor. The Nyokolokoba National Park is the main center of interest in the region. It covers an area of 900,000 hectares and is crossed by a number of watercourses. It has been classified World Heritage Site and Reserve of the International Biosphere. The park contains about 350 avian species and 80 mammal species. Lions, leopards, elephants. You can also find antelopes, hogs, hippopotamus, buffaloes, and in the watercourses, crocodiles. The natural region of Casamance is a lush landscape of swamps, lagoons, islands, and palm trees. Further south, on the coast, the beaches are magnificent. Inland, the sacred woods and the rice plantations show the vitality of a hospitable region. But Casamance is first and foremost a 300 kilometers long river which finds its course through rice plantations and forests. I've discovered the beauty of Casamance, and I've never worried about security. To me, it has been an oasis in a desert. A strong and sensible nature protection policy has enabled Senegal to maintain its fauna and preserve a number of endangered species. While visiting Senegal, the traveler will have the impression of taking several trips in one. All along the 200,000 square kilometers, you will discover Mother Africa with its living traditions and human warmth. Teranga, which means hospitality, is expressed on every face.